Maybe you'll never make money with Amazon FBA. Even worse, maybe you'll even lose money and lose your time. You know, I used to think that I was going to be able to help everybody become a successful Amazon seller. And the more time passed, the more I actually help people, the more I actually talk to beginner sellers, the more I realized that at the end of the day, not everybody is going to be successful, because everybody is not built the same way, everybody is not wired the same way. Some people are just dumb, and this is a whole different story. But like the more, because the channel is growing, the channel is getting pushed to people that are more on the beginner side, that are just starting to learn, or that, some videos end up in some random people that do not have anything, that do not know anything about online arbitrage. And videos are pushed more towards cynics, more towards people that do not believe that you can actually make money online, that these things are actually working. And, I actually realized, I thought that I was going to be able to build something where anybody could actually come, because actually, yes, if you actually put in the work, you could actually watch all my videos, start your business and become successful Amazon seller just with all the free content that I have, right? But like, I started realizing that I cannot help everybody for multiple reasons. But before we actually get into that, if you do not know me, my name is mANGUNZA. I release daily videos about business and about Amazon FBA online arbitrage in particular. So if you are new here, subscribe and like this video so you get more of these videos. If you want to grow your Amazon business, I also have a paid coaching group that I use, that we do. Okay, we have coaching calls every single week, and we go over strategies to actually grow your business. So if you want to join, there's a link in the description to apply. All right. So, as I said, I really used to think that I was going to be able to help everybody become successful seller. And so, as I said, the more and more time passes, the more and more people get onto the channel, and the more and more we get beginners on the channel, the more I realize that there's just some people that you cannot help, okay? And the reason why is because, first of all, there are some people that have a really short attention span, okay? And so, even yesterday, I had the case, right? Where, and by the way, before we go deeper, the reason why I'm telling you all this is for you guys to actually understand that if you want to be successful, these are the traits that you do not want to have. These are the traits that you do not want to cultivate. Okay? And you need to do the exact opposite of all the things that I am going to outline in today's video. So, it was just yesterday. I was actually driving. I was going to the Eat game, okay, because it was the playing tournament, and I was checking my phone when I was driving. You should never do this, by the way. And I saw somebody that actually left a comment on one of my videos, which was a video that I released on how to actually merge split shipment on Amazon, right? And the guy was saying, "Oh, this does not make sense." Then I asked him, like, I did not even ask him why it doesn't make sense. I said, like, just try to focus for 4 minutes, because the video was literally 4 minutes long. Right? And so I said, focus for 4 minutes, it will make sense. And then the guy proceeded to say, but this didn't make sense. You started with 20 units, you end up with 7 units, or you are not shipping the other units, blah, blah, blah. And it's literally stuff that I actually said during that 4 minute video. It's just a 4 minute video showing the exact process on how to merge split shipment. And in that video, I outlined pretty much, and I actually emphasized the fact that I was not able to find an item that was, like, I had a hard time finding an item. I just chose a random item that was working to actually, that was actually giving me split shipments. And, but it was just an example to show you guys the process, and that you could only do it up to a certain point. Because, of course, if you have 40 units going one way and 40 units going in another way, you're not going to be able to merge those split shipments. Okay, spoiler alert. And I say that at the beginning of the video. So, one of the reasons why I'm not going to be able to help everybody, which is not what I was thinking when I actually started, is that a lot of people have actually super short attention span, okay? And so it's already bad enough when you actually want to get information, if you want to actually be successful into something, but it's even worse if you want to build a business, because there's something that you need to understand, okay? You are not going to become a millionaire, a billionaire. Even you're not gonna build a $100,000 a year, and I'm just talking about a 6-figure business, okay? Amazon business in just 3 days, okay? It's not going to take 3 days, not even 1 day. It is going to take you a little while, okay, to be able to learn the skills first, because before you actually start selling on Amazon, you need to learn the skills on how to do it, okay? Then you need to buy your inventory, run some tests, and then scale the business. Even if it's at low scale, $100,000 a year is low scales. like it's going to take some time, okay, because you're going to need to buy inventory. And just the truth is that just with Amazon, you need to send the inventory to check in, and it takes some time. And even before that, you need to actually receive the inventory, because no, it is not drop shipping. And this is the next point that we are going to talk about. It is going to take some time, okay? So like a lot of people want to be successful like tomorrow. It is not going to happen, okay? You need to put in a lot of work, little by little, because there's no point in running a sprint and working for 30 hours in a row, okay? Like straight in a row. It does not make sense, okay? You're going to need to work. If the only thing that you can do right now is working 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day on this thing, this is what you're going to need to do, okay? 7 days a week, but like little by little. Rome was not built in one day. And actually, it's a great like the reason, the one way that I really like to use to exemplify this is just this YouTube channel. Okay, so this YouTube channel and everything that I have around it. Okay, so the YouTube channel, the Discord server, the email list, and the business that I was able to build around all this. And I think this is even a better example. Okay, to reach the point that I'm at right now. So just to reach 1,000 subscribers, let's just say to reach 1,000 subscribers, it took me 6 months. Okay, 6 months of working on the YouTube channel every single day. Now, there's one thing that you need to understand, okay? 6 months to reach 1,000 subscribers is actually kind of fast, okay? Starting from zero, because I did not cheat my way by actually trying to build an audience somewhere else. For example, on Twitter, like a lot of people are doing, like bullshit, like shit posting on Twitter and then trying to bring their audience right there. Then yes, they have a big audience right there, but they do not have an audience that is active. This is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to start from zero. Another reason why I wanted to do it is to show people that it's actually possible, okay? Because a lot of people say that it's not possible, except if you do X, Y, or Z. I literally started from zero, okay? If you look at it today, yes, I do not have a huge audience. And I was actually talking about this quickly. Because I was talking about motivation and all that stuff in my coaching group that I actually had today. If you look at all of this, and by the way, this is why a lot of people actually cheat their way into actually building an audience by not really building, but fake building an audience with fake subscribers and all that stuff to make them look bigger than they actually are, because they believe that success can happen like overnight. Overnight success takes a long time, okay? It takes a long time to be able to do it. Just for example, I'm not trying to say this in a demeaning way, but like, there are some people, like, I'm pretty confident in front of a camera. I can talk to a camera easily, right? And I was able to do it from my first video right here on YouTube, right? A lot of people are not able to do this. And to build this skill, I actually started talking in front of a camera every single day. For 2 years, I was vlogging every single thing that I was doing. For 2 years, at least 2 years. Okay? I had my camera with me everywhere. This big camera that is shooting me right now. Okay, so if you know me, all my friends will tell you that I had this camera. All my friends that are living in Miami will tell you that I had this camera all the time with me. Does not matter where I was going. I was vlogging every single day for 2 years, and this is how I actually built this skill to actually talk in front of the camera. Then only after this, I actually started the YouTube channel. Of course, I could have started earlier, but I did not, because I had a lot of other business to take care of. Okay, so for example, the Amazon business, right? That was actually scaling. But it took a long time, because 6 months, yes, 6 months is not overnight success, right? But 6 months is way faster than a lot of people. It's actually kind of fast to build 1,000 a channel with 1,000 subscribers, right? So it may look like it actually only took 6 months, but it took way more than that, because before that I was already working on that, and I knew that I was going to do it. I wanted to do it a little bit earlier. But the reason why I did not do it earlier, I talk about that in a couple of other videos, right? So, like to build this to me, and by the way, this channel is monetized. Even before the channel was monetized, the channel was already making money, because I was able to build a business around it. Okay, it's not just a random YouTube channel, right? And so there's not a lot of people, okay, with 2,000 subscribers that can make a full-time income from their YouTube channel. And like, you may see this and say, hey, yeah, I can start this and I want to build the same exact thing by tomorrow. This is not how it works. It requires a lot of small bricks put together day after day after day after day. And this is the reason why I like to use the YouTube channel to exemplify what success on Amazon looks like, because it's going to be the same thing, okay? You cannot just say, hey, I'm going to source today, I'm going to find a home run product, and I'm going to make $100,000 in the next 30 days. This is not how it works. This is not how it's going to work. It is going to suck. And a lot of people are actually going to give up because you're going to face a lot of adversity. Yes, it looks easy. And it looks easy, for example, for when I do it or when you see other guys doing it on YouTube. It looks easy because we've done it a lot of time. When I'm sourcing, and I even talk about that in the videos where I'm actually sourcing. When I'm sourcing, it looks super easy. Why does it look easy? Because I've done it over and over and over again. I went through what you went through right now, okay? I went through what you went through right now, where it's hard for you to find products. The products, when you actually find products, your products tank. And then, you have days it's depressing because you are not finding anything. I went through that, okay? But the reason why the reason why it's actually easy for me right now, because I actually powered through this stage of the business and I kept going by taking actions daily, okay? And so this is the big thing that you need to understand, because a lot of people either give up, okay, just give up, and it's not an either or, okay? What people do is that they give up on what they're doing and they try to jump to the next shiny object. So people do online arbitrage, they try to jump to wholesale while they're not even able to reach 6 figures a year with online arbitrage, or they are able to do it because they have capital, but they do not make any money of it. They are not profitable. Just back when I was doing 30 something a month, I was already I was making around a little bit above $30,000 a month. When I was at $35,000 a month, I was making $10,000 profit because I was putting in a lot of work, sourcing high return on investment product, taking advantage of every single free sample that I used to receive, okay, taking advantage of all of that, okay, because I was able to put in a lot of work. And of course, this is not as scalable, so you cannot run your business with those margins at $100,000 a month, which is why I actually switched my business model, because I was not going to be able to scale. It was not the only reason, but I was not going to be able to scale with that business model, with the way I was actually doing things, because it was way too much work, right? But what I'm trying to tell you with this is that do not jump ship over and over again. Do not start Amazon FBA right now and then jump to drop shipping and then jump to I don't know, SMMA, then jump to another thing. You're never going to be successful this way. You need to stick with something, okay? And it's the same thing. If you want to sell on Amazon FBA, it's the same thing, okay? If you start online arbitrage for 6 months and you start saying, oh, it's not scalable, but it is actually scalable, okay? You just need to learn the skills. But if you start jumping ship and go directly to wholesale, and this is why I actually tell people, do not go straight to wholesale. You can actually scale online arbitrage, okay? You can actually scale online arbitrage. There's no reason to actually scale, to actually skip, to actually try to go to wholesale, right? Because you try to go to wholesale, but you haven't mastered anything with online arbitrage yet, and you say that you cannot scale it past a certain point. But you are scared to actually invest into tools like online tactical arbitrage. You are scared to invest in all those tools. This is the reason why, because you are not trying to improve your business. You are just trying to run your business the same way, and you are not reaching the point, the revenue that you want, the profitability that you want, even though it's actually possible. And because of that, you jump ship and then you go to wholesale, or then you do some other business model. And of course, if you start from books, of course, do not stay with books if you have too much money to spend, okay? Because if, with online arbitrage, you can actually scale to $1-2 million a year kind of easily, okay? I think everybody could do it if you have the capital and you stick with it, and you want to actually learn how to do it. I think everybody could potentially do it, okay? Beyond that, it's going to be a little bit harder. But books, it's books. It's going to be hard to go from zero with books to go to a point where you can actually hire employees and buy those fancy machines that separate the books and all that stuff, that scans the book automatically, that sort the books. It's a big jump, okay? So I think that, in between those two phases, if you want to actually do books and you should not have the money to actually scale books, you should actually do online arbitrage, because it's going to be easier for you to spend your money, because you're going to have a lot of money laying around that you're not going to be able to spend if you go from thrift store to thrift store, right? Hopefully that makes sense. But the main reason, and I was actually, we're going to look at it together. I was actually thinking about this because you see a lot of people, and I was actually on Discord reading reading people talking about this, right? So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys right now. Give me a second. Let me just do this. Here we go. So, I was actually on reading this topic on Reddit, right? And so, I was actually looking at like people asking, is online arbitrage still viable on Amazon given buy box removal for high pricing? And you know, first of all, if you're scared of buy box being suppressed, this should not be an issue. What they were saying what a lot of people were saying in this subreddit is that you know, like people pretty much like were saying that if you buy items online arbitrage, you buy products, you sell the products for a higher price at what they sell for on the website where you actually source them, and because of that Amazon's always going to suppress the buy box, and because of that the prices are going to tank, and because of that you're not going to be able to make money with Amazon with online arbitrage, which is a dumb way to see the business, because I've told you guys over and over and over and over again that with online arbitrage, most of the time you are not buying the product at full price, okay? So you can actually make money by buying the products discounted and reselling them for MSRP on Amazon, or a tiny bit above MSRP, right? So this is the main thing that you need to understand. The way these people run their online arbitrage business is really dumb. They buy full price. So for example, they expect to buy a $100 pair of Nike Air Force on Amazon and sell it on Nike.com and sell it for $200 on Amazon.com. It's not going to work. It's a really dumb way to run your business. It's not how you run your business. You need to manufacture your margins to reduce your price as much as you can. And this is like 95% of my products are products like these, okay? I used to have products where I was buying them full price and I was actually able to sell them profitably on Amazon. I do not even look at those products anymore for these reasons, okay? But yeah, this is a really dumb way to actually run your business on Amazon. You know, it's a really, really dumb way. So, you know, like pretty much what these guys are saying, and let me scroll down a tiny bit. To this guy. I think it's this guy that I wanted to actually react to. Or let me actually scroll down, because actually, you know what? I actually took notes of who I wanted to react to, and it was new to this 101 and Emiliano. And so let me scroll down so I can find these guys. And it was actually on this one probably. Okay, it was another topic, but it was pretty much the same thing. Like he says, so Emiliano said, most OS sellers get banned eventually for the reason you stated, when Papa Bezos knocks and they don't have a real invoice, which is 100% not true. Okay, it is 100% bullshit. You know, like you can actually it is 100% bullshit. Okay, let me just tell you, it's 100% bullshit. You can actually submit receipts to get receipts and online order confirmation to actually fight inauthenticity complaints when they actually ask for it. It literally says that you can submit receipts on the email, but whatever. Okay. So I wanted to find, so new to this was saying there are people who make good money doing OA. You just need to get your tracks covered when it happens. Not a matter of if, but when, because you will constantly be dealing with IP complaints, because blah, blah, blah. If you're planning to make an extra 1 to 4K, then go for it. But if you're trying to make it a full-time gig, it will be hard. I started off with RA, then transitioned to OA, and now doing wholesale. During my time with OA, I did get my correspondent suspended, blah, blah, blah. So, and this is something that you will see over and over and over again in this thread. It's people actually starting something and not sticking to it, okay? Not sticking to it, and this is the main reason why people aren't successful, is because they do not stick with stuff long enough, okay? Online arbitrage, I've been doing online arbitrage so I've been selling on Amazon for a little while, okay? I've been selling on Amazon for maybe 3 years, okay? 3 years on and off. I took a 6-month break. Online arbitrage, I've been doing online arbitrage, specifically just online arbitrage, for 1 year and a half, maybe, no, a little bit closer to 2 years, I would say. Let's call it 2 years. I'm still learning stuff daily, and I'm still improving daily, okay? So if you give up after 3 months, and I learned kind of fast, okay? I'm in the top, I would say, and no, you know, I'm not trying to brag, but I'm in the top 1% when it comes to how fast I actually learn the stuff by myself without any external help, and how fast I was able to run up online arbitrage, right? I'm actually in the top, and just with Amazon FBA in general also, okay? So yeah. And so, like, I'm still learning stuff, and so which means that you're probably going to still keep learning stuff. And also, I keep learning stuff about retail arbitrage, because I just started going back a little bit to retail arbitrage to be able to scale my business and make a little bit of more money faster right now, since I just got back to the US. If you want the whole story, watch my previous videos. But like, I'm still learning stuff and still improving my process for retail arbitrage right now, something that I've done for a long time that I made a ton of money with. I'm still learning stuff. I'm still learning stuff to this day about online arbitrage and how to make my business better. And it takes time, okay? It takes time into the market and experience as well. And you can see that these guys, none of these guys know what they are talking about regarding online arbitrage. You can definitely make more than an extra 1 to 4K a month with online arbitrage. 1 to 4K a month is just beginners. Like, it's beginners type of money, okay? If you do online arbitrage, you can definitely make way more than that, okay? And so this is a common thread amongst all those people. So something that you will see over and over again. You know, like, do not be those guys. Do not jump ship. Stick to something, okay? Stick to it. You will make money. I guarantee you that if you stick with online arbitrage, it's not something that you should be scared of. Like online arbitrage being over, all that stuff, all that talk is bullshit. Stick with it for a little while. Stick with it for 1 year, 2 years, probably, and you'll make money, okay? And you'll see that everything that they say is bullshit. The only thing that you can lose right now, I guess, would be your time. But your time ain't worth shit if you are watching my videos, because you are not making enough money yet, okay? So your time is not worth shit. Go back to work. Go work on your business. Stick with it for a little while. Do not jump ship, and you'll be fine, all right? So hopefully this video was helpful. I'll see you tomorrow for a new video, because I release new videos daily. And yeah, thank you for watching.